All right, guys, time for game number 2 between QXC and Puzzle. Hopefully QXC will be a little bit more fortunate with the build order that he chooses.
He's chosen dual sight, which immediately makes me feel like QXC wants to be the one basing here.
Yeah.
And
one of the still better maps around for 1-on-1. Even though if we take a look straight away, like in case we would see a 1-on-1, what is really nice for Protoss is that you can build like a pylon over here, and if the 1-on-1 comes via here, where the tanks siege up here and here, you could start warping in zealots over here, and then you could kind of sandwich the Terran army and mess with the AI of the siege tanks, which is really, really good in defending 1-on-1. But first, Ben, I'm gonna give you the honor to introduce the players.
oh, thank you, Kev.
You're welcome.
Down at the bottom, well, you're looking at the top, so we'll go there first. Sorry, my bad, bro. Up at the top right-hand corner of the screen, the orange Protoss player who just flawlessly executed Dat and Void Ray all in. Playing as Combat Easy, which is appropriate, but known to us as Puzzle. It is Puzzle. And, of course, down at the bottom left, the only guy I know of in StarCraft 2 that can stand on the ground and do a backflip, it's Complexity QXC.
I know more. Mana's brother, Funky, man. He can do all the backflips.
I know he can do the breakdance and stuff, but can he do a standing backflip?
I'm pretty sure that if you can spin 23 rounds on your head, you can do a backflip too.
23 rounds?
Yes, I've seen it.
Funky. Funky can get funky.
Yes, Funky sure can.
Is he the one on the ESL page who has the picture of him like doing upside down, one-handed push-up?
Yes, one-handed push-up.
Upside down, one-handed push-up.
That's
what a
it.
boss.
That's madness.
This is madness.
So we'll see how QXC is going to play this game, and of course Puzzle as well. I think we're going to see a much more normal Puzzle. It's a little bit harder. Well, this map is not too bad for Void in either, actually, if you would start it off doing from the north side. You do not want to come in from here, because if they would go for a no-gas fast expand, you're going to see bunkers here. It's going to be a lot harder to pull it off, and you always want to be able to wipe in on the high ground.
QXC's 2-raxing this time, Kev. He's gasless right now, and I like what he's done. He let the probe scout in, drop that supply depot, so now he's stuck, and it's going to be virtually impossible for Puzzle to see this 2-rax.
Puzzle warped in at Simon Ellis, and then he missed it, so you have to do it again. So it's a few seconds late. Of course, that's not a really big deal, but yeah, he will be able to pick up this probe for sure, and that's always nice. Sort of first probe blood, even though there's no real blood in probes.
They probably leak oil.
Yeah. First oil.
Do you think Protoss uses oil, or they have some more sophisticated lubricant for their robots?
They're way ahead of oil, man.
They're probably using
Protoss units are very environment friendly.
Probably using like mercury. Well, mercury's not very environmental friendly either. But it is kind of cool.
Oh, electricity. It's all very green. Protoss sponsored by Toyota.
What?
That's why we would never use Hellions. It's bad for the environment.
It's just going to be some marine pressure from QXC, and I'm curious to see if it's going to be the old bit-by-bit build where he pulls off all the SCVs.
I actually wouldn't be surprised if he does that. I'm not sure, of course, how QXC feels in the matchup these days, but you have a lot of players every now and then they just feel so completely lost in a matchup that they're just like, alright, you know what, I'm just going absolutely complete all in. But he's saving quite a bit of money, so I don't think he's going to do that. He's just going to drop command center behind this. But he wants to be scary, he wants to be annoying with those Marines, and who knows what he will be able to get done.
It's going to work out pretty well for him as this Stalker has left Puzzle's base.
That's
He's got
so nice.
No units at all at home. He's got another Stalker that's about to pop out.
Yeah, but one Stalker can't really combat against 5 Marines. We've seen that before, and that's a moment where the Stalker has to basically run away all the time. So it actually could be possible that QXC is going to pick up quite a few probe kills over here, and that would be so nice for him.
Here we go. First Stalker comes down and immediately takes a couple bursts of damage. Only shield damage thus far, but QXC is up in the main base of Puzzle.
And that one SCV at the Selnaga Watchtower helped out so much. How many SCVs will QXC be able to kill here? But this is a dream start, an absolute dream start for QXC.
Oh, so far he's gotten 6, and he's probably going to get at least a couple more. 7 probe kills, 8, and one more QXC. Yes, he does manage to get 9 probes in total.
That's so big. That's really, really, really big right now. QXC 5 SCVs ahead in this phase of the game. That's mad. And it all started with that single SCV at this Selnaga Watchtower. He saw that Stalker coming here, retreated the SCV straight away, and the Stalker just chased. Meanwhile, QXC came in from the left side and managed to do all that damage. That's perfect.
Yeah, really, everything he did was beautiful. From the moment he trapped the probe inside the main, so there was no chance of it scouting the proxy, to the way that he just handled it at his SCV and saw that there was a Stalker out of position. Everything QXC did was brilliant.
Yep, now he has the bunker ready in time as well, so he doesn't have to worry too much about these Stalkers. They might get a few shots off on Marines or be annoying at this single SCV, which is trying to build a new bunker, but that's literally it. So very, very, very good start for QXC, who once more is following it up with the same build as he tried to get away with on Odyssey, even though this time he does have 3 racks, so he's a little bit more careful. He added 1 more additional racks before dropping his factory. And while this bunker finishes up right now as well, wow, this is so good for QXC.
Yeah, looking very nice. He's got the macro kicking in right now. Puzzle has secured his natural, and the work count right now is pretty close, 28 to 29, but we can't forget that double orbital. So it's a healthy lead for QXC, outmining his opponent by about 300 minerals per minute.
And Stim is going to be ready really quick, and factory is more than halfway done as well. I really think that QXC is just going to make a big marine push with the first 2 medevacs, and then I really hope that he's not going to try to drop, even though it might work out well. But I think a big Stim push with a lot of marines and 2 medevacs is going to be almost impossible to deal with.
I think so too, especially given the build that Puzzle's doing. He's gone Robo Twilight, which means he's probably not going to have anything like Colossi out anytime soon. It's just going to be gateway units, maybe an Immortal.
He's going to try to get charged, but if QXC goes straight away without any hesitation, he will hit before charge is ready.
So things looking good for QXC. He gets a small
unless he goes
fly blocking yourself is not good.
He gets Templar Archive straight away, but I don't think Storm could be ready in time either. We see the Starport is almost done. He's going to switch it up straight away with the reactor. And Supply Block is indeed not good, but we're going to close an eye on that one, Ben, because QXC has been playing flawless so far.
Yeah, the situation right here is that if QXC hits before any of Puzzle's higher tech kicks in, then he's just going to kind of win. If QXC waits too long, though, then Puzzle will have Storm, and Puzzle will be in a pretty good position, but I kind of expect we'll see QXC pushing into these first 2 medevacs.
Do you think he's going to research Storm straight away or wipe in High Templar? He's going for Storm straight away, and yeah, I kind of like that because he knows, even with an Archon, he's probably not going to be ready, and he could feedback the medevacs, but then still, the moment all those Marines stim, they're going to have so much DPS. Army supply right now is 31 against 12. That's the only reason why he's like 6 probes ahead right now, just because he's playing incredibly greedy.
Yeah, and then if QXC goes, he's gonna really punish that greed. Storm about halfway done. First Templar being morphed in.
Yeah, he will literally have 1 or 2 storms, and the big problem is right now, the storm will obviously deal a lot of damage, but I don't think Puzzle's gonna have anything to really finish off the units.
No, don't chase this observer, QXC. Go! You've gotta go.
You kind of waste the scan over there, but now he is going. We had 1 marine over here. I'm not sure if he managed to kill a probe. Nope, did not.
Now Storm is definitely going to be done. There's 2 High Templar with energy. 1 more in the back that won't have it just yet, so we're looking at maybe 3 Storms.
Yeah, I think 2 Storms and feedback, or maybe 3 Storms indeed, but still, Storm doesn't kill, man. It deals a lot of damage. It could potentially kill Marines, but I think still if QXC makes a good split, he should be able to roll over this army. There's no charge, there's no blink. This is literally it, and here we go.
Here we go indeed. 1 Storm goes down, hits a couple of Marines, but it's mostly a whiff. QXC just dancing in and out here, seeing that Storm might have, if he scans and kills 2 observers, it'd be kind of cool. But no, he's going to turn around and go back, and I really don't like that decision.
He's really afraid of Storm, which of course you can't blame him. A lot of time players probably do have traumas against Storm, but still. Storm is literally the only damage in this army. Like, you can kite this for days with Stim Marines and medevacs. There's no charge, there's no blink. This is really not a scary army. And the longer he waits, the scarier it gets, because Puzzle is on a lot of gates though. Catches a few bio units here out of position as well.
Oh, and there's a really nice Storm on the heart of that group of units, and now QXC really does need to consider backing off. So back at home, what does QXC have? A bunch of racks. He's got a single engineering bay that's not working right now. And really that's it. He's got the medevacs out. But all of a sudden, Puzzle's position's looking a lot better, Kev.
QXC should realize right now as well, the experienced player that he is, that Puzzle has been playing pretty greedy, because getting stormed that quick after a start that bad. So QXC is probably aware of the fact that there is no charge and there is no blink, and he's still going to try to perhaps make something happen over here. But this gateway count is climbing.
Should also realize there's an observer over his army if he's getting shot from behind his sight blocker. But
that's a very good observation, MrBitter.
He hasn't figured that one out just yet. Puzzle's just going to go take a third.
I like what you did there.
Thanks, Kev. So QXC finally going to start dropping.
That's going to be risky though, because there's already a High Templar over here in the main base who has enough energy for 2 feedbacks. Now these medevacs are not very high on energy. Look at Puzzle, man, he's all over this.
What the hell, QXC is just going to go for it here. This is a really dangerous move. His whole army, oh man, just eats a big storm. Submarines dying, a couple Marauders taking some damage.
I do think he will be able to do quite some damage here, as long as he doesn't eat the storms once more. And it's going to get off, but with Stim he should be able to maneuver around. Oh, that's one way to get out of there.
Okay, not so bad. I guess Blink has only just now started, so that does work out for QXC. But still, this feels so tense to me. Puzzle's getting his third. QXC's still not even started a third command center.
I just realized something.
What did you just realize?
We screwed up big time. We didn't make predictions, man.
Oh, you're right.
But guys, we always give predictions.
Yes, our predictions are on the record. We made them before we ever broadcasted today. And I think we both chose puzzle.
Yes, that is correct. But still, it's not as official.
Oh,
it feels kind of lame right now because puzzle is 1-0 ahead. Like, oh yeah, I predicted puzzle to win. But really, guys, trust us. We always make them earlier today.
That's why we always have graphics prepared.
Yes.
QXC once more supply blocked at 150, and with his opponent on 3 bases and him just on 2, I'm very, very worried for the American Terran.
Yeah, it is gonna get tricky. He doesn't even have an additional command center. He's gonna be on 2 base for a very long time. He's getting the ghost economy now as well. Now he just started his third command center, but still it's gonna take quite a while. A little bit of a hitman spot here. Picks off a few probes. Blink is still not ready, so he can still do this. He's gonna try to drop the main base as well, but oh, that's a very unfortunate drop.
That is not where you want to drop QXC. Well, that's unfortunate. Another little army trying to pick a fight outside of the third base of Puzzle. I guess it's not a little army, that's QXC's main force.
Puzzle has really good unit positioning right now. He has charge bolts everywhere, making it vertically impossible for QXC to get a really good drop-off.
QXC is still ahead in supply, though. No, I lied. No, I didn't lie. He is ahead in supply.
He's ahead in army supply as well, but without ghosts, it's going to be really tough. Now the High Templars are a little bit out of position, so he picks on the Stalker. Careful, Storm is pretty good. Does pick up an Arc on this.
Oh, that's a huge storm.
Yeah, but so far this went quite okay for QXC. He has a lot of medevac, so he can eat these storms a little bit. Upgrade-wise, he's doing very good, of course. You shouldn't forget, he's 2-1, 3-2 is on the way. And the puzzle is still at 0-0, and that of course has a lot to do with that horrible economic start that he had as well.
Yeah, and oh man, that upgrades are going to be such a big deal. I didn't even realize that. We're about to have +3 attack for QXC, and that means
those zealots melt.
Yeah, they die so fast, no armor at all.
Oh man,
storm. That storm, and QXC might want to rethink this fight. He does back up to his reinforcing unit. So many Marines in the red and the yellow. He is going to stand and fight, but look how fast the zealots die.
They completely evaporate.
They do. It's like all of a sudden QXC's not looking so bad.
It's like Stalkers against Roach. Wait, did I just say that?
It's like a Zerg army against Colossus.
Ooh. 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 You want to do this, Ben? You want to do this? See a lot of energy on these Nexuses from Puzzle. Starts chrono boosting out from his double fortune. Now he's getting more and more gates. 11 gates on the field right now. That's a lot. But so he's going to be able to reinforce really well. Take a look at the economy once more. Wow, he's on a healthy probe count. 71, 2,000 minerals a minute, 700 gas per minute against 57 SCVs for QXC. QXC who has a command center over here, but
it's just kind of chilling. Finally, it does land and will probably be made into an orbital. I say after I click on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I would have expected a planetary as well, certainly against the gateway style that he's playing. So can't blame you, Ben.
QXC does have ghosts out, but
that upgrade advantage is so big. Maybe he wants to wait for 3-2. Maybe he wants to snipe one of those High Templars. If they fight right now, I really think that QXC can win it.
Oh, that's an okay MP. It does catch one of those. High Templar snipes another. Good control.
I think he can get the other one. Nice feedback right there.
Oh, he's going to pick him up. Oh, that was so cool, but it didn't matter that much because Puzzle was leaving.
Yeah, and it was an empty High Templar, but still, that's pretty cool. We already have High Templar drops, now we have those drops. Pretty decent storm there, scares away QXC, picks off a medevac.
Cute little dance happening here, both players just trying to get position.
There's one High Templar.
Just goes. There's only one Templar with storm. I think he can just melt the whole army.
Yeah, but he does have 2 storms.
Okay, you're right. He has all that energy.
Very tactical right now, but 2-2 is on the way, and actually just 1-2 is on the way right now for Puzzle. Both players are maxed out. That means that QXC's army is quite a bit bigger, 141 against 127. We do see Colossus.
Oh, this is a good position for QXC. Drops the big stim. Zealots die very fast, and Puzzle immediately turns around.
Storms are so big.
Wow. Massive, and with the Colossus now, things once more become complicated.
High Templar kills 25, man.
What?
25 kill High Templar for Puzzle.
What is it?
What does
that make him? An executor.
That makes him a boss.
Oh, that makes him. That's an army without any observer, Kev. Cloaked Ghost gonna come forward. Oh,
a lot of them are very low.
No, there's no detection.
But still, those Colossus are a really big problem for QXC right now. He's gonna stim, but I don't think that was a very good stim because this is a hard position to engage. Second Colossus is on the field as well, if I do not. If I'm not mistaken.
Really just tense game. Puzzle takes a 4th base now.
Yeah, QXC was heading over there, but then he changed his mind. But more importantly, Ben, he's going to have 3 Colossus soon, and he's going to be on 2-2 upgrades.
Yeah, that's really the
thing. So the biggest advantage for QXC is going to be gone soon. Look at QXC's money.
Well, he is maxed, so it's not like he could do much with it. Maybe build some more production. I wouldn't mind seeing him throw down a couple more Star Force, and that's exactly what he's doing in his natural right now. I'm
really intrigued with this High Templar, Ben. Every storm he lands is gold.
Yeah, I've got him selected as well.
Can we call him the Golden Boy?
Bada.
Bada. The High Templar! Hurry! 5 photon cannons being wiped in right now for a puzzle, which I think is very smart. We see a little bit of a... Oh, I like this, but QXC having that one bunker, repair it please, and it will all make sense. Multi-prong aggression from puzzle as well. This is going to get really interesting.
Zealots into the third base. QXC wants to fight in his natural, but look at these storms just zoning everything out. The Executor Templar does not kill anything. Meanwhile, though, QXC's third base just getting ravaged by these Zealots, and every time the army moves, puzzle goes back into the natural. A very tough spot for QXC to be in.
Yeah, maybe a planetary would have been a better choice over here after all. But he's getting a fourth base, and could he afford to lose a few SCVs? I would say he could, but the big problem is he's barely mining right now, because he mined out pretty much his main and his natural, so that's a big problem. He can really not afford to not be mining at all. He's getting a supply depot now as well. I think that's very smart. But Puzzle is on 4 base. I would have loved, like QXC one moment, he was positioned over here, he was moving north, but then he decided to move south again. I really think if he would have forced a cancel on that base on right at that moment, it would have been a lot better for him.
Yeah, now we've got Puzzle with a pretty brutal 4 base economy. His 3-3 upgrades are coming, so any upgrade advantage QXC had will be completely gone in about 100 seconds.
Mother of Archons.
Are there enough ghosts to deal with that? I mean, if there's too many Archons, then ghosts become really good.
That is true, but we only have 5 ghosts, and it's 8 Archons and 7 High Templars, because of course you cannot only... oh, beautiful storms by Puzzle, that's ridiculous.
Oh, QXC just eats all of it, drops 20 supply almost instantly.
God. And he is so low on energy right now, because he's been stimming a lot as well. He's going to try to land the big EMPs here, but I don't even think that's going to be enough.
He does land a couple, but there's still a lot of Archons with all of their shields. Colossi have lost all their shields.
But the big problem is there's still a lot of storms as well. I mean, Archons are one problem, Storm is another one.
Here we go, one big fight at the top of this ramp. It's a good engagement for QXC, but he just doesn't have the fighting power to deal with the army of Puzzle. The Executor High Templar got 6 more kills and then morphed into an Archon. So
well-deserved promotion, I'd say.
That was the story of Tassadar before he became the leader of the Protoss.
Really cool game though, I really enjoyed it a lot, but I would love to see QXC push the issue just a little bit more. It's so scary of course when you play Terran, and I'm very well aware of that it's much easier to talk from this position than it is when you're playing, because you feel like you're ahead and you do not want to sacrifice all the units as well. So I understand that he is as cautious as he was, but I would have loved him to see just stim in, try to split a little bit, and then just fight that Protoss army, because the DPS of him was so much bigger than the DPS of Puzzle's army, and the moment Storm was gone, there was literally nothing that was going to kill Stimmed Bio.
Well, I think you're right. QXC had a timing, he just missed it.
Of course, I must say that was a great recovery from Puzzle though. I think he played a really cool game. I really enjoyed this game because it could have gone back and forth. And it looked that Puzzle was doing really good for a while, but the upgrades is really what kind of kept QXC chances alive as well. But then that Colossus switch, which you pointed out earlier today as well, it's really hard for Terrans to anticipate to that properly. And
I'm like a little shaky after that game because it was so tense. I was like, my muscles were all flexed the whole game.
It was a cool game. I really enjoyed it.
Broke out into a little bit of a sweat there because it's like, something's going to happen, something's going to happen. And then after 25 minutes, it finally did happen. But
and those storms at the end from Puzzle, wow.
Nasty.
I know what's going to be my highlight of yesterday.
Absolutely. You gotta include that one.
We had a lot of highlights today, man. We had a lot of good stuff.
Good day of StarCraft. So Puzzle does take down QXC 2-0. That game brought to you by iBuyPower PCs. PCs are the power of the North American Star League. You can check them out at iBuyPower.com.